Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, using tarot to help you do the inner work, heal yourself and create the life that you truly want to live. This is today's tarot. It's for all signs and it's for Friday, the 10th of January, 2025. How are you doing? Well? Exciting times, dimension shift time. If you didn't watch yesterday's, watch it. I kind of explain a little bit about shifting dimensions if you're interested in that. Well, let's see what it's about today. So we're starting out with fleeting beauty. This too shall pass, and find a place to withdraw to. This too shall pass, so hide. Really, we can let things blow over, right? We don't need to be a part of it. If there's some drama going on or something, you don't need to be a part of it. You know, you don't, even if you get an invitation to it, if people try and involve you in it, you don't have to. You don't have to. Solitude and synchronicity. Synchronicity, because so you could be getting signs. Synchronicities, omens about this. Solitude, to stay out of it. Stay out of something for sure. Unrest tends to happen before there's a big dimension shift. Big dimension shift, I mean a lot of people shifting into a new dimension at once. We had it going on in 2012. I actually moved into another dimension since then. But, yeah, we've got it going on this year. Generosity. What good is treasure if you keep it for yourself? Generosity. Don't know what that's got to do with the price of fish, but let's get some tarot cards out. Okay. Tarot, what have you got for us today? So we're starting out with the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is indecision. You got a decision to make, but like the blinders are on, you're not sure. Okay, I'm going to be creating a course, a free course, putting it out very shortly about how to get your guidance, not just your guidance, but get confirmation about your guidance. If you're interested in that, stick around here on my channel. Put your email address in on BeHealing.com. Ten of Swords, the end of the pain, painful ending. Now, there's definitely a turning your back on something today going on here. Eight of Pentacles, that's another back-turned kind of a card too. The Eight of Pentacles is about getting paid what you're worth, headed towards success. And then the Six of Pentacles is about reciprocation, and the Knight of Swords is about taking swift action on that. Yeah, and the Knight of Swords, they think and they know something and they take action. Like they get moving on it. Six of Pentacles, reciprocation. Interesting set of cards here, because, you know, I'm very much drawn to these two with a back turn. There does seem to be needing to turn our back on something at the moment, not be a part of it anymore, you know. There's just some energies that we don't need to get involved in anymore. Like it can exist in the world, but not in the dimension that we're going to. So the Two of Swords, there's confusion, there's yeah, you're unsure. Perhaps you haven't got confirmation of what has been coming to you. So Five of Inspiration, reach higher. That's in your mind at the moment. Reach higher in your mind. Better times, better behavior, better people, better circumstances. Three of Emotions with the people around you. So I am getting like this drama with people around you today. Or there could be. Anyway, if you're resonating with this reading. And just think of a better version of them, you know? As I was explaining yesterday, in different dimensions, there's different versions of us. And so if you're shifting into a new dimension, because you're over this one, and you want to live in a place where there's, you know, people have got morals and that they're helping each other and the planet, and, you know, perhaps it's illegal to harm people and harm the planet in the new dimension and all things like that. Well, do it on a micro level as well, the people around you, the best version of those people, right? You've heard that about the law of attraction. You focus on people and the best side of them. That's because the dimension you're going into is going to have a version of them where they're better. They're just better. They bring out the better side of themselves. So focus on that. Discernment and joy. So be discerning and joyful. So be focusing on, like, imagine, like, if all your family and your friends, it was just like the very best sides of them. They all healed themselves and they're all doing great. Imagine that. And yeah, find a place to withdraw to while you're imagining that. Don't be watching what they're doing in this dimension. Ten of Swords, because you're leaving behind this pain. You've experienced these dimension shifts before, and it suddenly feels better. And you get a lot of manifestations all at once when it happens as well. But yeah, it tends to happen when we make big decisions for change in our life. For me, I mean, I've moved continents a load of times in my life. And so there's been a lot of dimension shift changes for me. Big letting go and leaving things behind. So, Ten of Swords, leaving behind the pain and the burdens. Ten of Inspiration. The pain and the burdens, leaving those behind. And the Four of Emotions, the disappointment. That's good. Hey, so leaving the pain, the disappointments, and the burdens behind. No more of that in the new dimension. So you can stop thinking about that now. You know, when we're coming to the end, or when we're ready to shift to a new dimension, yeah, it all seems a bit heavy. Or like we're noticing the things that we really don't like about this. And, you know, where the timeline is headed, and it just doesn't feel good at all. And there comes a point where it's like, okay, I need to stop looking at this now. It's useful to look at all of that stuff to get clear on it of why we don't like that, but to an end of to get focused on, well, what would I like in another dimension? What would I choose? You know, what do I want to see? What kind of lifestyle do I want to have? What kind of people do I want around me? And abundance. What is abundance? What would be the abundance thing in that as well? So yeah, you could be leaving behind ideas of abundance, you know, with regards to this, pain about it, burdens about it, disappointment about it, and all of that. Eight of Pentacles, get paid what you're worth. You've got to turn your back on something. So we could be leaving like lack thinking, persecution thinking, definitely victimhood thinking. Got to leave that behind. The Seven of Voices and the lies. It just isn't true. Okay, so it's about abundance. The lies that you're telling yourself about abundance. Now, you're probably saying, but it isn't. I've got evidence of it. It isn't a lie, Claire. This is what I've been experiencing. And it's like, I know, right? I know. Me too. I've been experiencing it. And the guides told me very confusingly a few months ago, well, empaths, you can't have your idea of abundance here in this society. It's not possible because the paradigm that we're in doesn't lend itself to that, right? It's the empaths aren't rewarded, the narcissists are. So when you think about it as in, well, that's the old dimension, though there's a new dimension where the new rules apply. We have to start living or continue living like headed toward the ideal that we want, you know, not going along with what is. It's a mind shift. It's not easy to do. Hold your energy back, says the Four of Materials. Three of Inspiration, planning, the Lovers, I don't know, a choice to be made. I'm not going to put those cards down because it doesn't feel like they were really involved in that part. But it's more about the lies about abundance and the masculine energy. Okay. Okay. Yes, we're coming out of a masculine paradigm. Leaving behind the things that aren't true to your heart, but that you have been experiencing within this paradigm about masculine and about abundance specifically. So the Six of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords, swift action for reciprocation. Ace of Voices, from a new idea comes a new start. Can you imagine what dimension you'd like to move into? Can you imagine it now? Can you immerse yourself in that feeling of, and say, you know, what would it have? Longevity's in there for sure. You can see what people have been putting into that new dimension. What have you been putting into it? Healing energies behind that too. Oh, yes. Okay, what about romance? Let's see what's going on with romance today. What might be going on with romance? Woo! Forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events or current dimension. Life's too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. Definitely a time to be dreaming big. We also have, if you could do anything, what would it be? You see, the cards are saying what I just said. The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind, for the heart is the gateway to the soul. You know, we don't have to wait to die to shift dimensions. We don't. We can shift, and we have. So dream it up. Now you know this, or perhaps you might be starting to believe me about these dimension shifts. Isn't that easier to understand than pure manifestation, but believing in the reality that we're in now, to shift ourselves into a completely different reality? Trust all will be well and shine bright. You don't need to hold yourself back. Shine bright. Trust all will be well. So we're staying at home today, distancing ourselves from any drama, and we are dreaming up that new dimension that has our ideal partners and romance in there. Guarded heart and passion. Perhaps you've been guarded when it comes to passion. We have betrayal and mistake, the mistakes that you've made and the betrayals that have happened and all of this. This is all the stuff that we have to leave behind, right? The idea of all that, we don't want to keep that going. Also, when we're at a time of a big shift like this, you see a lot of people kind of getting worse, headed in the opposite direction. That seems to amplify, right? That happens. That happens when a lot of people are ready for a new dimension. You also might notice that you don't know what's going on in the world anymore, or you hear about things that's like, I didn't even know that happened, or I haven't even heard of that, you know. The universe also distances you from things that are going to be in that old dimension. Bowl, plenty of material things, abundance, abundance, abundance. Flowers, happiness. Haystack, karma, you'll reap what you've sown, what you've been living, what you've been doing, the energy you've been putting out, who you've been being. That's where you'll end up. Bird perched, waiting for news, package or letter. We've got a throne, position of authority, and we've got coins, money will be coming to you. Nice. Well, think of a yes or no answer question. I've got a red and a green crystal in this bag. I'm going to pull one of them out very shortly for our answer, but it's just a bit of fun. This is a general reading, not a personal one. If you do want a personal reading, get one from my website, behealing.com. They're always available. Check it out. There's a link in the description box below and also up there too. Tend to get everything out within 24 hours at the moment. Right, because this is my full-time gig and has been since the year 2001. How best to deal with these energies today? The Queen of Swords. Having new perspectives, but boundaries too. So the Queen of Swords, she sees clearly now, and she's got boundaries. She's very clear, and she'll say no to what she's a no to. Have boundaries and be clear about what you're leaving behind, for sure, what you're turning your back on. Don't give it a second thought. Don't give it another thought. Okay. Think of a yes or no answer question now. Your answer is? Yes, go for it. There you go. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to click like before you click off down there. Click that subscribe button if you're new. Leave me a comment. I do love hearing from you, and consider clicking that join button down there to support me and my channel. And have the best day ever. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.